How's it going, everybody? God bless us, everyone. Let it sit. Come on, let it sit. Sit in it, sit in it, sit in it. This is Whispers from the Void. I'm Evan.
And I'm Phil, David this for the Intermits. Thanks for tuning in, folks!
My camera doesn't want to adjust, dude.
He doesn't want to adjust because you don't have light.
Yeah, well, fuck, dude. I'm sick of the lighting in this room, man. I look like shit. I need to get like one of those fucking the lights you can put over here.
Like the circle?
Yeah, the circle things. But
yeah, I think you can have like some not very cheap. I think you can have some like very cheap. So
I like cheap. That'd be cool.
Yeah, like Amazon is the definition of cheap after Wish.
Yeah.
So
well, guys, it's been a fucking hot minute.
Yeah.
we had, if you haven't seen our oh god, here we go. The Como Velasco fucking review. Check that out. That was one of many reviews that we recorded that in substitute of an episode. So go check that out on the VOX&HOPS network. Go check out the review that Jerry Monk did of Hath. All That Was Promised has dropped today, and it's a fucking banger of an album.
Oh, yeah.
You guys got to check that out. Yeah, there's been a lot going on in the VOX&HOPS realm. So Phil was busy the other week, but we are back at you today here on this glorious Monday. For us, Friday evening, but glorious Monday for you. So, Phil, how are you?
I'm good. Tired, busy, the end of my school. Like, I just ended one of my last course, and I got like the very last course to do, and after that internship for 4 weeks, and after that maybe going on the market, and I hope to have like an internship that I can have a job after.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my idea. My objective would be that, but let's check it out. Let's check like my possibilities, and I'm very tired, but yeah, and I'm going back to beers now because sober February is over.
Yes, so, it is. So, why don't you start with yours then?
Well,
what you got?
Well, I bought for like $200 Canadian of beer, so I have this one. Oh shit! Oh shit!
She fizzing.
I knew it was going to do that.
All over the nice camera equipment.
Yeah, really.
Don't you love it when it gets sticky?
You know, I got like some good reflexes. I saw like the foam and I was like, oh fuck. So this one, it's called Frasimir. Frasimir. It's by Bièropholie. Ouais, fraise. Fraise, for people that doesn't understand French, fraise means strawberry. So this is like a white beer, a strawberry white beer. And I'm saying wild because like there's some wild yeast in it. It's called a Bruxellensis. And it was aged in barrels, bourbon barrels for 36 months. Which means 3 years. 3 years. Like, dude, it's just fucking insane. And I saw that. I love strawberry. I love bourbon barrel age. So, oh, dude. Oh, wow. Oh.
Is that a good or a bad?
Oh my god. My belly is coming. I will get this down my throat. Yeah, I know. It's
right?
Weird. Maybe I'm just tired.
Yeah, maybe you are.
Yeah, I maybe am. It's
all
not
right.
so English.
For me, I have one of America's finest. You ready?
Oh yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I saved this. I was like, yeah, you know what?
Go on.
Brewed in the US of A. Busch.
Nice. That's some good Busch.
I have options in here. Oh God,
I
here
like
I go again.
Busch sometimes.
Yeah, I have options in here. I have, I got my Greylocks.
Greylock is so good.
I got fucking, I got all my stuff.
Oh.
I will shout this one out, because it was something I bought the other day. So this is called, this one that I bought was called Sour Me Dark and Stormy. It's a sour ale, ginger and lime. It's from Duclaw Brewing Company. I've had Duclaw here before. Baltimore, Maryland, all that good stuff. Yeah, basically, a dark and stormy is a cocktail drink, and
Nice.
they just kind of made it into a fucking beer. So it's pretty good. Different. It's like a dark sour ale, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But anyway, today's for America, Busch.
Cheers.
Tastes terrible, but we'll get it done. We'll get through this together.
Mine tastes fucking great, man.
Well, that's good.
Shit. 36 month in bourbon barrel age. 36. Wow. It's like it's 7.3%. Bièropholie, like, funny enough, I was at the store and I was like just running around. I was like, okay, what beer I want, and I saw the Bièropholie. I was like, okay, what is it? I don't even know what is that company. In fact, it's from another company called Simple Malt, which is a big company in Quebec, one of the biggest. And they bought this contract brewer, which is Bièropholie. And they bought it, and they are making like more of their like barrel aged beer in this category, in this with Bièropholie. So yeah, very good stuff. You feel the strawberry in it. You feel like the bourbon, like aftertaste. It's so good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So Phil. So I thought we would talk about beers today. I feel like we haven't talked about beers for a long time.
Yeah,
on the podcast.
It's been a fucking long time. Yo,
been a while.
You know what has been a long time? Having some guests to talk beer with.
I feel like most of our guests have been beer oriented. That's probably why we haven't talked beers ourselves.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of brewers and a lot of breweries on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I mean, just talk about beer, not just talk about them, or talk about like just them, but just like you take a lot of beer. Like, you know what we could do one time? We just like take a few beers and like you take some choices, you send it to, like, if we take, for example, we invite Craig, Matt, and Noah, for example. And you take some beer from America, you send to every one of us. And we sent you beer. Or I send beer or whatever.
Yeah.
And we do like a taste, like everyone got the same, and we got our appreciation. Like what we think about those beer.
That
could be a
requires
good
lots.
idea.
That requires lots of planning.
Yeah, that requires a lot of planning, but
That requires a lot of planning.
that could be funny.
It would be fun. We'll have to figure it out.
That could be funny. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, that could be fun. But yeah. The problems when someone lives in Massachusetts and one live in the good old Quebec.
Dude, are their gas prices getting fucking out of control?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's a nightmare, dude.
Gas prices right now for a liter, it's now $1.74 a liter. If you make it like in gallons, it's near $4 a gallon.
Yeah, ours is about $4 a gallon right now.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Oh shit. The fucking gas. Fucking war. It sucks. It's a shucks.
What are you gonna do?
Nah, nothing. Except just like putting like the whispers from the voice call with the colors of Ukraine. That I will not do that, and it's not because I don't want to care about Ukraine. I care about them, but there's too much people that is just like, oh, I encourage Ukraine in this, so let's put like the color of Ukraine in our profile picture. Like, what does it get? What change you do for the war? You do nothing. Mm-hmm. It's not like Vladimir Putin would see your profile and be like, oh, he encouraged Ukraine. Oh, I'm hurt.
But on to beers.
Yeah.
Fucking I found that Sour Me Dewclaw the other day.
Yeah.
Fucking what's some cool shit that you've seen?
Well, I learned recently, maybe like 1 month ago, Kanawaki, we received Drew on the podcast, you remember? Mm-hmm. And Kanawaki, it's a company from Kanawaki. Kanawaki is autochthon, like indigenous reserve. And the thing is, they are not allowed to distribute to other cities. But they are doing something fucking great. They are distributing to other indigenous reserves. And in Quebec, we have one called Wendake. And I learned recently that Kanawaki is now in Wendake. They are distributing there. So, you know what I did? I just took my car and I went there.
You paid the gas prices?
You
paid those gas prices and you went.
Yeah, I'm paying those gas prices. I don't fucking care. Honestly, if I can have some fucking like Kanawaki beer, I will do it. Mm-hmm. I'll fucking do it, man. You will never stop me. I want some fucking Kanawaki, and I did. And fuck, I miss them so much in my life.
I haven't been to man, the last time I went to Four Phantoms was when you were here. It's sad. I fucking haven't had any time to go out there. I want to go out there again.
You know what we could do? Like, I think if it's opening like soon, or if it's opening soon, I think the border are open. I think.
Yeah,
I could check that out. But if it's open, I mean, we could do like one weekend.
Yeah.
I could just go down, and instead of me going in Worcester like directly, I could go down in Greenfield. You join me there. And after that we go in Worcester together, like each our car, and we get to have fun. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about like the PCR test or whatever, but
I would like to do it if we could get a show in at Ralph's.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
If there's a show at Ralph's, or if we could go like in Greenfield and a show at Ralph's, if it's possible, that could be fun. Mm-hmm. Well, it will always depends of my school and my work situation, but I mean, I would try to get a work that I just don't work during the weekends. Mm-hmm. If I can, I will do it.
Yeah, I tend to work the weekends. But obviously I'll, won't work that weekend or whatever. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We always kind of figure it out. So, but, yeah, it's as far as beers, I almost went to another brewery, Oakham. I haven't been to yet. But I was busy that day. My buddy asked me to go. So I missed out on that, but, as far as beers, yeah, it was that Sour Me that I found. I'll be going back to Bucks tomorrow, dinner with the parents. Yeah, so I'll probably see what they have. I really haven't been on my beer game as I have in the past. Been drinking a lot of Guinness because St. Patty's Day. Worcester is having their big St. Patrick's Day parade next Sunday.
Okay.
So what would be this Sunday when this comes out, the 13th. So I'm looking forward to that. They're finally having the parade again. It's a nice little event. You can fucking go around, and they do it up on because I live right off of the street here where they do it, Park Ave. So I'm excited for that. Let the Guinness flow. But there will probably be a good song. There will probably be some other stuff going on the Saturday before, so we'll fucking cross that bridge. But yeah, so far it's been nothing's really caught my eye. Which begs the question: do you feel that since everything has sort of we're finally finding a plateau of normalcy again, that like for some reason the craft beer industry has sort of like taken a step back? I feel like I don't hear nearly as much about every like new beers, new breweries, all that.
Well, it always depends because like I'm following a lot of new breweries and breweries in general, and each fucking day I hear like, oh, there's a new beer coming out. Oh, there's a new beer, or there's a new batch of that beer. And recently a lot of beer collabs. If you check Matt, our Hop Daddy, well, he's just fucking releasing every fucking collab possible. So like I think his challenge is to do like 100 collab one day.
Has that been announced yet?
Well, some have been announced. Like today, one have been announced. It's called C'est juste de la bière. It's a collab with BG Brasserie Urbaine, and it's in Quebec City, and it's a big collab with 4 influencer like him. Hoppy Bitch, which is a beer influencer on Instagram. There's Noah from Beerism, Noah, Hoppy Bitch, Craig from BOS, and Matt from VOX&HOPS, and also Kevin from La Canette, which is like he's like doing it like I think he's in the collab, but like the 4 main characters, the 4 main persons are the first 4 that I said, and BG Brasserie Urbaine. Honestly, if one day, Evan, you come in fucking Quebec, I'm
gonna die.
Yeah, you will die, and you will have to come to Quebec City because you will have to go to BG.
I have to go. The main goal of the first time I go is Montreal, because I want to have everybody show up like they did for Jerry.
Well,
and I want to get fucking plastered.
I will bring you some BG, so you will have some to get back in Worcester with, and you will taste some. We'll open like something, and we'll do something like that. Mm-hmm. You will have some good beer. When you are supposed to come?
Good question. It's tough now with the baby on the way.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah.
So like the summer's a wash. If I'm being honest, the rest of this year is kind of a wash because like I'll have a little bit of a leave, and then I'll be back to work, and then like the baby. Yeah, I mean I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see if we can find something to make it work. But yeah, when like in the summer when we get closer to the due date and stuff like that, not really gonna be going around a lot to a lot of different places. So we'll see. Might be able to swing something before. Doubt it, but we'll try. We'll see what happens. You know,
she comes with you.
Yeah, I know, but it's like in the third trimester they can't fly.
Oh yeah.
Pregnant women aren't supposed to fly when you hit your third trimester.
Not even going in bus or car or something.
Well, like you're at that point, you're also like 8 to 9 months pregnant. You don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna put her in the car.
Oh
for 4
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
Just have to see. You know.
But you're going to be a great daddy.
And I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Man,
Yes.
it's gonna be crazy.
You'll be. You know, like one of my friend. He's now a daddy, but like with his girlfriend, it's been like they met. Like it's been now 2 years that they are together. They already have a baby. It was a little bit of a surprise.
It's amazing how that happens.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And like funny enough, because like I'm like my guy, he was like my singer when I was in the band with him. He was my singer, and I needed him for a collab, like for featuring for Overdose of Bacon. So one day I came, like I go to the jam room, the rehearsal room.
Yeah.
We go like recording some stuff, and then his girlfriend is here, and they announced me something. They announced me that I was checking it. I was like, "You serious? You're going to have a baby?"
Yeah.
Like it's been like 1 year that we're together. Not even 1 year. But yeah, great surprises.
They got strong swimmers.
And you want to know what is the name of the baby? He's called Evan.
No way.
Yeah.
It's me, dude.
It's you. You are the baby.
It's just gonna be me.
Yeah, like the baby he got is your face.
Beard and all, yeah. Come out.
But
yeah.
no, his name is Evan Poser because his father is Tom Poser. So yeah.
Well, Tom Poser, congratulations. And subsequent girlfriend, congratulations. It's wild, dude. Thinking, you know, like I think about it sometimes at night, or I'm like, wow. And I look over at my wife, like, God, she's growing a person.
Well,
and then you think about like how big I am, and then you think about like how big a person is, and you try to comprehend. You're just like, oh my God, it's a fucking that's a fucking little person. Because her friend just had a baby, so we went over there and saw her the other day, and they've been super helpful, getting us ready and, you know, kind of going over like some of the stuff that maybe people don't tell you in the beginning, because they just did it. So like AJ got to change the baby Carrie, and you know, she's awesome. She's awesome. She's really big. She's a big baby.
Big baby, how many pounds when they got her? You know? Do you know?
Yeah, I think she was like 10 pounds.
Shit.
10 pound. I was like a 10-pound baby.
I was 9. My brother was 11.
Yeah. So, you know, I think about that and I'm like, man, my wife, that poor woman, she's probably going to have a big baby. I was a big baby. She was a big baby. I'm like, that just happens.
How many pounds do you think it will be? He will be, the baby.
I'm going to say at least 8.
At least 8?
Let's
Let's go with bets, man. I'm saying 9.
You're saying 9?
I'm saying 9, and your baby will be born on 29th of July. I know the due date is 31st, but it will be 29th.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what's funny is like my mom's birthday, your birthday, my mother-in-law's birthday, all in July.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It's fucking nuts, but honestly, I'm saying like that, and I'm just saying as a joke. If you want to get it serious, like, I don't care, but saying as a joke, if your baby is on 29th of July, I get to be his Canadian uncle.
No.
Fuck. And he's a guy try.
Hey, listen. He'll be all right. Yeah, it'll be fun. That's gonna be fucking we get up closer, man. That's gonna be hectic as shit.
Yeah.
Imagine if I just had to leave during the recording, being like, "Oh my god, it's happening," and then I just fucking dip.
Yeah.
You would have to finish the. Would you finish the episode?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to be a fodder, man. Like, if you have to go, you have to go.
Yeah,
if
but
we do an episode recording,
if it was happening right now, and like I'm talking about this, and I get the fucking call, like we gotta go now, and then like I fucking leave.
Yeah.
You know.
I will finish the episode. I will say, "Oh, Evan is going to be a fodder. Wait, you have some footage." And no footage, or whatever.
I just start live streaming the birth. Oh my god!
Oh my god, the baby! Holy shit, blood! Holy shit, baby!
It's like an Infinite Annihilator episode. Jesus Christ!
Jesus fucking Christ! It's Infinite Annihilator! Oh shit!
Yeah, I know. Baby
Damn,
just comes.
dude.
It's blasphemous is just playing in the background.
Oh fuck. Oh shit. We have to get Dickie Allen on the podcast.
He grew up in Oxford.
Yeah, like that's what I heard. Like that's what you told me.
He does a lot of. He does he does a lot for his Twitch channel. Scumfuck just had new music come out.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which I actually haven't heard, which reminds me I should go hear it, but I haven't fucking done any of that. I get so fucking sidetracked now, man. Like I haven't besides the Hath album and the No Doest Noisebringer Records guy.
Yeah.
Whatever that record is that he's got coming out. It's like the only stuff I've heard. I'm finding that this year is it's very meh.
I don't agree. I don't agree. There's some good stuff.
No, but that's just it. There's only some good stuff.
Yeah, but
there's nothing that's like really, like there's not like I have yet to have a month where I was like, wow, that was a fucking good month,
Well, honestly, we know that Aphid will be album of the year for sure.
Well, but like that's like what I'm saying. Like Hath is awesome, but like Hath coming out has like been like the best thing I've heard all year.
Yeah, but like for me, I have like
there's like nothing that's even close.
I have Af, Celeste, SOM on it. I have Fit for an Autopsy was fucking good album. I don't know if it will be like high in the album of the year. I'm thinking about other. There's like there's a band I want to shout out. I will keep it for the shout out, but their album is just fucking epic. But
Spill Your Guts was good.
Yeah, the Spill Your Guts is fucking great.
Yeah, Spill Your Guts is good. I mean, Vile Reality, is that the fucking band? I mean, but that's an EP.
Yeah,
I mean, that was good. Oh, I heard the new Fossilization split.
Yeah,
that's good. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like in the past few years we've had like we could go months and like you could be like, oh my god, there was fucking this release, and I feel like I already have a full list of top bands and top albums by like this time, and like just fucking 3 months into a year we were banging out. Because like think about last year, dude. You had fucking Cannon Fiber, you had Werewolves came out. Oh god, what was another one? There was another one. Cannon Fiber, Werewolves, Fossilization came out in January last year. So that's three of our fucking top 3 albums that came out all in literally the first, month. the Can Fiber came out in like February. So
Yeah.
that's just 3, you know, like I have 1 and that's half dropping. They're definitely going to be on the top 10, but like the rest of them they've been good, but they're not grabbing, you know, it's just different from previous years, you know. I feel like there was just like such a, you know, I was excited because like Genocide Pact released late in December. And I was like, oh, dude, Genocide Pact, it's been a long time. I fucking loved their last record, Torment. It's something Torment. I can't remember. That was really fucking good. And, you know, they released so late in December, I couldn't even make it onto my list. And I was like, well, I kind of thought to myself, like, all right, well, if it's good enough, like, I will put it on next year's list because, like, you know, I'll let it fucking bleed into next year or whatever. And, you know, it wasn't bad by any means, but it's like, it's taken the mainstream route. And what I mean by that is, like, you have bands like 200 Stab Wounds, Fossilization, Creeping Death, On Death. We have bands like, oh, I know, I can't really say Sanguis Sugabog. You know, great bands, all great bands, but they're like new era death metal. You know, they kind of follow all the same suit, differences here and there for the most part. Very Tomb Mold obituary, I would say obituary a little bit, but like very Tomb Mold, like, you know, following the same kind of blueprints. And there's nothing against that because that's kind of what happens with a lot of genres. They all kind of have like their same par from the course techniques and styles and things like that. But it's just that now a lot of like it's now caught up to where like all bands I feel like are basically trying to be a new wave death metal band. You know, they're trying to be 200. They're trying to be Frozen Soul. And I think that's when you dilute it. You know, you dilute the whole fucking thing because you're not going to be able to do that. I am pretty pleased to see that, like, Sanguine Sugabog, they're touring with Incantation, Nile, and I Am. And I thought, I really love that lineup because I was like, that's a fucking diverse lineup. Between all 4 of those bands, that's diverse. That's interesting.
We need more lineup like that, and I think we will see that.
Yeah,
like,
we need lots more lineups like that. That thing was freaking. I saw that, and that's coming to the Palladium pretty soon. But I saw that coming in April, and I was very impressed that you would never think that Nile. You ever think Nile would fucking put Sanguine Sugabog in a fucking tour package?
I don't.
I don't think for one fucking second that would ever happen. But then it's like, you know, 200 Stab Wounds is going out with Obituary.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's a sick fucking tour.
Yeah, but we need more new bands like to go with old bands like the good old stuff like Obituary and Nile. We need that. Well, like, I don't know why I said good and Nile in the same sentence.
Take that, dude.
I'm sorry, but you know what I think about Nile. Like, I mean, they are good if you like Nile. I don't care if you like Nile. It just is not my jam. Anyway, it's not what I wanted to mean. What I wanted to say, it's just like we need more of those new bands to go with older ones so they can get like known. And it's beginning right now. The new age of death metal, the new era of death metal is coming on. Like we talk about Undeaf. Undeaf is releasing a new album, I think, this year, of what I heard. And it's going to be fantastic. I'm waiting for that album a lot. there's a lot of great bands that is releasing new stuff. Like, just take, for example, Jerry, that's just, like, finding gems every fucking time. And, like, James and all the review crew that is finding stuff every fucking time. We have a shit ton of new stuff that is coming.
I know, but this is the point I'm making. We are now in the vein of, like, we have access to, you know, being able to see a lot of, like, the new stuff that comes down the pipeline, right? And Jerry and, like, we still are out there looking for, like, the hats of the world, you know, the bands that nobody's paying attention to in the depths of Bandcamp. You know, we're still doing that. And those are the things that, like, I always find are better than a lot of the shit that ends up on the record labels that comes out, you know, because I always feel like if you're good, you're good. If you have it, you have it, you know, and it's just all situational, you know. I just feel that there's a lot of bands that are sort of in a position of, you know, they have the label and the ability to put out, but they don't have the creativity that a lot of, like, the other bands have set forth before them, because they're just sort of following a pattern. And I'm not naming names, and it's definitely, like, none of the bands I mentioned, you know, 200 Stab Wounds, On Death, you know, I was gonna say Maul, but Maul's different. Maul has, like, their own thing. None of those bands are what I'm talking about. I'm purely just talking about, like, there's some things that I've heard this year that I'm like, all right, you know, that's cool and all, but, like, where's the life? You know, where's the character? You know, you're basically just a fucking, you're just a cut copy of, you know, fucking Frozen Soul. You know, I can listen to Frozen Soul, which is better, and just be like, all right, you know, that satisfied me. And I just feel like that's happening a lot more now. We lose a lot of creativity. As I said, though, it was like when fucking Death first appeared, you know, and you know, when Origin was around, and, you know, fucking Obituary was running, like, everything that happened in the Florida death metal scene. You get copycats.
Yeah.
You just do. You just get copycats, and then they show up, and then everybody has to fucking, you know, kind of weed through, you know, what's just a copycat and what's, like, a legit love-filled practice. Yeah, I'm not worried about, like, yeah, we'll find shit that's, like, worthy of our listen. I'm not worried about that. It is just frustrating to see that, like, you know, you hear so many good things. Like, the last few years, there's been so many projects and stuff that have come out that have been fucking home runs. Slam dunk fucking home runs. And now it's like, I feel like this month has just dragged. Like, this year has just dragged. We haven't had nearly as many good releases as we have in just these past, like, 3 years, you know. 2019 was a pretty good fucking year, too.
Yeah.
You know?
And I completely understand what you're saying. For me, it's just like we are only at month number 3. It's just March right now. So, I mean, I think I could say your statement if we were in July. But now it's just like we are just in fucking March, man. I think there's a shit ton of album that will come out. And one album in particular that I really love right now, and that was very surprising, the new Immolation, Acts of God. I think
it's good, but it's Immolation.
It's Immolation, but I'll be honest, I've never heard Immolation.
Oh, well, yeah, then you're probably gonna blow. But like, yeah, I love Immolation. It's Immolation.
This one was very surprising because, like, of what I heard and all the critiques that I heard, and also Jimbo did a review of Immolation, so go check it out, people. And he did that, and he was like, yeah, it's so much better than the other albums. Like, the other, like, 3 or, like, 2 albums before, they were good, but they were not as good as this one. Of what I saw.
Yeah, they came back with a lot of hate. And, metal is better with hate. Don't let anybody fool you. If you write something and you're fucking pissed, and like it tends to reflect back in the music itself. They came back with a lot of hate. And like I said, it's good. And like, it's awesome. But it's still, like, it's Immolation, you know? Like, I'll tell you this. I have a hard time eventually, like, bands with longevity, to me, eventually just become what they are. So, like, I don't get impressed anymore, you know? I constantly am looking for, like, that next thing to be like, oh my God, you know? Because I'm a fucking junkie for it. So it's like, you know, the Black Dahlia Immolation, we'll say. You know, we'll say like Suffocation, Obituary, fucking who else was coming out with an album that I saw that I was like, holy shit, they're fucking still there. I think, was it Origin is releasing an album? No. Someone was releasing an album and I was like, oh. Napalm Death, we'll say. Bands with longevity don't cease to like I don't get as impressed anymore. Because they're tried and true. So I'm like, all right, you know, that's good. That, you know, you guys held to the standard. You're still who you are. I love it. I do. I think it's good. But like, yeah, I'm not like, well, I'm supposed to be like, oh my God, like impressed. Like, yeah, no, they are what they are. So it's like, that's awesome. But the thing is like, they can only go down, you know. I like to find the bands and enjoy the stuff where I'm like, holy shit, you know, like, I'm sure this On Death album's going to do it for us, you know, where it's like, we heard Lesions of a Different Kind. We're going to hear this one and we're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. Like Hath, we heard Of Rot and Ruin, you know, Hive when they re-released that on Willow Tip. And now we're here with All That Was Promised. And I'm like, holy shit. Like they fucking just exceeded the expectations again. You know?
And if we talk a little bit more about F is fucking great. I talked to Peter last night during a Thirsty Thursday because he was there, and Peter is the guitarist of Half. For people that
he
don't
was
know.
Actually Peter and Frank were our first guests on the podcast.
Yeah, also go check it out. And yeah.
Yes, they were our first guests.
Yeah, I talked to Pete about that, and Pete said like, funny enough, everyone's just saying like critical acclaim. That fucking album is just fucking great. But he's still waiting for a bad review. He's still waiting for that. He's like, yeah, I would like to get a bad review.
And just see what they say.
Yeah,
it is tough. It is tough because it's like you hear so many good things. I never saw a bad review of Rot and Ruin. The problem with that is that I didn't really see a lot of reviews of Rot and Ruin. You know? And that's kind of the thing. Hath is now more in the limelight. I enjoy the chase, you know? Like, I'm a junkie for the chase. I just feel that big bands have a set obligation to the scene. Like what you're seeing now with a lot of these tours, you know? They just have a set obligation to take out, you know, to kind of front these big tours, bring out some of the young talent, get them out there, get them fucking associated, people get into them and stuff, you know. That's kind of like how it's always been. And they just pump out hits, you know, and that's what they do, and it's great. And I think that's awesome. But I don't get impressed by it. Like, everyone was like, Violence Unimagined
Violence
Cannibal
Unlimited.
Corpse? Yeah. Like, everyone I talked to about that record last year was, like, totally blown away. And I was like, all right, well, it's Cannibal Corpse. Like, you guys, what did you expect? Like, of course they're going to knock it out of the park. Of course it's going to be good. Like, that's what they do, you know?
Yeah, okay. Talking about Cannibal Corpse, I haven't put them on my top, and I'm not saying it's a bad album. Like, it's completely the reverse thinking. It's like that album is fucking great, but I knew everyone was going to put it on their top. Like, for fuck's sake, you get fucking Eric Rutan on guitar. Fucking Eric Rutan from Morbid Angel, from Hate Eternal. God damn, you will have a fucking great album. And I know Cannibal Corpse, like you're saying, oh, it's Cannibal Corpse, of course they are going to rip. I'll be honest, Red Before Black wasn't that good. I'll be fucking honest. Cannibal Corpse as this. It's a good Cannibal Corpse album, but as an album, just in general, a metal album, death metal album, they're so much better than that. And also, like, Skeletal Domain was fucking great, but if you compare it to other album of Cannibal Corpse, Skeletal Domain is very low in my list of great Cannibal Corpse album. Well, to be fair, and also, this one was great, but I just listened to it one time and it was good. And I love the guitar from Eric Rutan. I love the instrumental and the voice of George. But yeah, it stayed there. Like, it's better than Red Before Black. But is it better than other classic album of Cannibal Corpse? I'll be honest, no.
I stand with the statement of it takes a lot for an established band to, like, blow people away.
Yeah.
It does. It takes a lot because you're set to your box parameter of, like, what you do, and to go outside of that and still blow it off is, like, hard to do. People don't like to hear it, but, like, Whitechapel is one of those bands. Yep. What they've been able to do with their changes in musically and still perform at the level that they do and still be acclaimed as what they are, like, that's an achievement. My biggest example, and always will be the Acacia Strain and It Comes in Waves.
Yep.
That will forever be, like, that is like numero uno, number one of, like, going outside of your box and doing something that was sort of, like, out of your vein and hitting it out of the park and, like, still having your status up there as one of those bigger bands. And I mean, dude, they killed it. They absolutely killed it. And it was a nice breath of fresh air. It was something new, and they still had, like, everything that made them in that album. You just don't have that. You know, a lot of bands don't do that. They don't go way too far out. They do little tweaks, changes, here's and there's. But for the most part, they are what they are. And they still do good, and they bang it. And I just think that, like, yeah, it's nice to have the younger bands and stuff, you know, chase the young talent, chase and see what else is out there. Gravelance was, like, a good example for me last year. They were a band that I found they had, like, only, like, a couple hundred listens. You know, they weren't really well known, but they were great. It was a great fucking EP, and just offered a little something, a little more life. And for that, I put it in my top because it was just something that I always came back to. It just has more sustenance than a lot of the other shit. At least that's how I feel, you know. But you know, to kind of break it all down, I mean, we all fucking have our own opinions, obviously, and, you know, Phil doesn't like fun, and you know, I don't like the the same shit. So
Yeah, and I have a question. Do you have guilty pleasure? Like albums that were out this year you heard of, but it's not metal or it's far from what you listen to,
this year,
but you like. Yeah, this year or even like last year or a few years back. Do you have guilty pleasure?
Probably Green River,
Okay.
Creedence Clearwater.
No.
I love Creedence. I fucking love Creedence. So yeah, I listen to that often. I love Sinister Purpose. That's a fucking banger song.
That's good stuff. Chris,
That is good
CCR
stuff.
are fucking good.
I will listen to them all day long.
Honestly, CCR is fucking good. It's funny
maybe-
you're saying it's guilty pleasure because, like, for me, it's just fucking good stuff. Like,
I think
you take Toto, for example. Toto, I cannot make it guilty pleasure because it's fucking good.
a guilty pleasure one though would probably be more like I listened to a band called Blacktop Mojo.
Okay.
They're like a southern rock country, but they're kind of they're kind of sludgy and a little heavier. You know,
Interesting.
not really sludgy, but yeah, they're kind of they're like hard rock.
A little bit like Nola, like New Orleans stuff, like the New Orleans
it's
stuff.
like
No?
it's like Texas.
Okay, Texas.
Yeah, it's a Texas scene thing. They're definitely they were a guilty pleasure. I was watching one of the I think it was Clutch's second or the first Doom Saloon live stream that they did. They opened for them, and I like them. They got life, you know. They're fun. I like that. And the music's catchy. But I think I just like the guys better than I like anything else in the genre. Like I just think the guys like are cool, so that's probably why I like it so much.
Yeah, like I was talking about guilty pleasure because like recently I went on some like on a whole of good old stuff that I was listening back then when I was like maybe 10 years old, 9 years old, something like that. It's a band from Canada, like Canadian band. It's called Billy Talent. Do you know them? Billy Talent is like
Billy Talent? Oh.
Yeah, Billy Talent. Like fucking devil,
I do.
Devil in the Midnight Mass.
Yes.
I got the devil on my shoulder. Like this band. And honestly, I love the album from 1 to number 3. Dead Silence and the 5th album wasn't that good, to be honest. It was like more rock than like indie punk like they were doing. And the new one is still on the vein of like the 2 last album, but they had more proggy stuff, weirdly enough. And I don't know, I got this album on repeat. Like for 1 week, I got it on repeat. It's called Crisis of Fate. And honestly, Billy Talent with that album, they're just fucking great. Crisis of Fate is so good. Like, go listen to Billy Talent, the old stuff. Like, like, funny enough, I was listening to Crisis of Fate, and then I was like, okay, let's listen to A Devil in the Midnight Mass. The fucking bass on it is just fucking insane, man. I was trying to do it, and I was like, oh shit, I can't. But yeah, no, it's just fucking crazy stuff.
Fucking, I think it's that time of day again.
Yeah.
We're back. We're going back to shoutouts, baby.
Shoutouts!
My shout out's pretty easy. I'm shouting out Hath, All That Was Promised. It's a fucking killer album. You guys have to listen to it. You guys have to fucking support them. The fucking artwork is cool. Makes for a great shirt. Check it out. Love them. Willow Tip Records.
So, my shout out, at first I wanted to do F, but when I saw the post that you did on Instagram, I was like, oh, he's going to do F. He's going to do F.
Yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. I gotta shout out my boys.
And I have another shout out just in case. The new Fall of Stasis album, the first album they are releasing called The Chronophagist, released last Friday. Fall of Stasis, band from Montreal. They are mixing death metal, prog, but more like black folk death prog. It's just diverse as fuck. I love this band.
It's some,
and funny enough, some song you think you are in a circus. It's just fucking funny. I just love that band so much. It's fucking inventive. You want to have a great singer that is doing fucking high scream, but I mean fucking high? Jessica Dupré is your singer. She is awesome. Like, you want a good singer? Just forget Alyssa from like Arch Enemy. Don't forget Vicky from The Agonist, but like she is with like the best vocalist ever. She is. Jessica Dupré is fucking great. Follow Stasis. Go check it out. The Chronophagist.
All right, guys. We're back. We didn't go anywhere. We're always here. We're just busy. You know, it happens. But thanks for listening. This has been Whispers. I'm Evan.
And I'm Phil. And see you on the next one. Cheers.
Cheers.